We're back at it again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Well, so Brian Ortega says he is not the champ unless he beats Max Holloway. He is not the champion unless he beats Max Holloway. Now, I get what he's saying. Max does have a win over him. Many people believe that Max Holloway was actually able to defeat Alexander Volkanovski on both occasions. There's a lot of people that believe it. You know, don't get me wrong, Volkanovski, because my point is also just because a lot of people think that Max should have came away with that W, he didn't. You know, I think Max won the decision, but in reality, Max didn't win the decision. Volkanovski, on that day and time, that night, did what he had to do to make the judges believe that he won. And to be fair, the only three people in the world that mattered on those two nights were the three judges that scored those cards. So Volkanovski did do what he needed to do to get that belt twice. Max has stated that he is the cloud that hangs over this championship fight between Brian Ortega and Alexander Volkanovski. He's right. But that being said, Brian Ortega does not need to beat Max Holloway to be champion. He just doesn't need to do it. Alexander beat Max fair and square. If I agree with the judge's decision, doesn't matter. We go by what the judges say. Alexander is the champ. Alexander the Great Volkanovski is the champion. Brian T. City Ortega wants to be. If he beats Alexander, he's the champ, and he really shouldn't short himself. He really shouldn't. If he can beat this guy, which is no short order, you know, he did what he did, and he came, you know, he beat Max. He just beat him, you know. Even if I believe that the decision might have been wrong, he beat him. He did what he had to do. He proved it to the only three people that matter. And those are the judges. The judges are the only people that matter. So if Brian can pull off a win in front of the judges, catch a submission, knock out Alexander, he's a champ. He's a champion. And, you know, he really shouldn't say he's not the champ until he beats Max. No. You know, the rematch would be enough. Max fighting Brian to see where they are now, because that was a time and a place. It's a different period of time that Brian fought Max. And on that day, Max was the better guy. All this would mean is that Max has a good argument for a rematch against Brian to get something he wants, the belt. So, to make a long story short, if Brian Ortega can beat Alexander Volkanovski, he is the true champion. He will be the champ. Because, and here you go for all those Alexander fans out there, because right now, no matter what anybody believes, you can talk what you want to talk. Alexander's a champ. And to be the champ, you got to beat Alexander. You either got to sub him, knock him out, or get the decision in front of the judges. Alexander's a great competitor. He knows what he has to do to get the decision. So, you know, you got to really bring your A game. So right now, Alexander's the champ. And if you want to be the champ, you got to beat Alexander. That even goes for Max Holloway. If you want to be the champ, you got to beat Alexander. If you want to be the champ, Brian Ortega, you got to beat Alexander. And, you know, don't short yourself. If you can pull that off, you're the champ. All right. If you enjoyed that, like, subscribe. You guys have a great night. Talk to you another time. Bye.